That's a good job on Noah. First of all, thank you all for coming. And obviously, to me, this is a very happy occasion. Meaghan and Bruce, wonderful couple. Meaghan played the field for many years. Searched through a lot of diamonds. And she found the Chicago Bear fan. However, he is true blue, so I respect that. He's never going to change. So we'll have some interesting Thanksgivings on when Chicago plays Detroit on Thanksgiving. But anyways, Meaghan is my pearl. Bill Gates has his money. I got Meaghan. And I'm much better off. So let's vote for bride and groom.
I'd like to begin by taking the opportunity to thank Meaghan and Bruce for inviting us to be part of this special day. I'm Liz Scholl, I'm her maid of honor, and I'm really nervous, so sorry. About 14 years ago, I met Meaghan and we quickly became best friends. About 18 months ago, Meaghan asked me to be her maid of honor, the greatest honor a best friend could bestow. About an hour ago, I witnessed a perfect beginning to the rest of Meaghan's life as Bruce placed a ring on her finger. Meaghan and I first met at Shaw Hall in 1998. It was both of our freshman years. She was checking her email on the computer and I spotted her. She looked familiar and then I realized we had a class together. So I went up to her excited to meet someone and introduced myself. I said, "Hi, my name is Liz. We have ATL class together and we live in the same dorm. This is going to be great. We're going to walk to class every day together." She was immediately taken back by my eagerness and maybe even feared for her life a little bit. I quickly learned that Meaghan is the type of friend that you can count on to be there for anything. She walked to class with me our freshman year, me in my big heels and Meaghan in her tennis shoes. She sang to Mr. Big with me as we got ready for the coolest frat party. She was there when I met my now husband and gave me her seal of approval. And she even flew out to New Jersey when I was living out there and was lonely and needed a friend in a scary new city. Happiness, they say, is having a loving, caring, close-knit friend in another city. Meaghan, you've always been that friend to me. Meaghan is one of the most caring and considerate people I know, and I'm so honored to be sharing this special day with you. When Meaghan first told me about Bruce, I could tell he was special to Meaghan. At that time, I lived in New Jersey, and she lived in Chicago, and even in her voice, I could tell she was excited, and he was the one. From the first time I met Bruce, it was apparent to me that the relationship was different and special. From the way that you looked at her, with awe and consideration, I can see how happy you two are when you are together. I couldn't be happier that the two of you have found one another. Now comes the advice part. Always love each other with all your heart and completely. Make sure you laugh. Give the relationship everything you got. And lastly, I would say don't spend the small stuff. Without further ado, if you guys wouldn't mind raising your glassing and toasting the newlyweds to faith, family, and friends, may you guys always have an abundance to all three.
Liz, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. I'm Danny McDonald. Here we go. I have the pleasure of being Bruce's best man. And first of all, we just need to talk just a little background about the boss man. I think Bruce has, I mean, you can ask Pat Strome, you can ask Phil Davidson, Kevin Matthews, and everybody here right now. How many nicknames do we have for Boss Man? I mean, recite. Hey, Zach, what we got? The Bob Shot. Here we go. What else we have? The Lopper, Sniffles, the Boss Man, the Bebop, Crop Top, you name it. This guy has so many nicknames, bro. You want to know why? Because he's got so much love towards him. And all of our friends, more than anything in the world, have something special in our lives when we met Bruce. Here we go. Really do. I had the pleasure of growing up with Bruce. I met Bruce, I think we were second grade. We were definitely in second grade. It was Brendan Quinn and me, excuse myself. We were walking down by Bruce and the Anderson's house in Sauganash, west side of Sauganash. And we were with a person named Peter Calavo. And that's the first time I met Bruce. I remember we were walking by and Brendan goes to me, he goes, dude, that's Anderson's house right above Helen's kitchen. We should go up and say hi. So we walk over there and we're driving bikes and all of a sudden Peter Calavo falls, breaks his arm completely. And obviously I think actually Quinn pushed him over for some reason, so I'm not even sure. More or less. But that's how we met Bruce. Mrs. Anderson came down, Bruce came down. The same person he was then is the same person he was today. Came up, I was kind of concerned, even for in second grade, I remember. We went up, he always most distinguished, had the best toys, best new innovations. Truths, Mrs. Anderson, Mr. Anderson, thank you very much for all that. From Nintendo to Sega to anything we can do, we can always rely on Bruce. More or less. That's how I met Bruce. And from second grade on to now, he's probably obviously my best friend that I've ever met. Almost like a family. I know Bruce is an only child, but he has 6 brothers here and millions of bunch of friends himself. From Queen All Saints grade school, from tapping shoulders from 8th grade to doing what we did, we brought our talents to Loyola Academy. We met Tim Slasko, Billy Pragos, and many other people from Loyola, as long from Fordham. Bruce has been the shining light in everybody's life. I truly believe that. The reason why is he's the most unbelievably considerate person you could ever meet. And I think that he and Meaghan make such a phenomenal combo. They met each other through the influence of Tim Salaska and on the Old Town Art Fair. But you can see the love that they have right now. They've been together for a while, and they met each other. It was one of the most significant things I've seen Bruce. He looked at me and he goes, Danny, he goes, she's the best thing I've ever seen, best person I've ever met. And I'm so happy to actually meet someone like that at that time. And you can obviously see Meaghan right now, looking as beautiful as she is, and see the light that Bruce has in his life. So can we please raise our glasses to Bruce and Meaghan for years of love and life.
We have permission to take our simple selfie now. You may be seated. Let's begin. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And Father, we ask you blessings upon the food we're about to eat. Thank you for the good food, the chance to be together, and especially for the love with which you blessed Meaghan and Bruce. And their love for everyone who's here. It is enough to let us come and celebrate with them. And so we thank you for things like family and friends and love and joy and all of the really great things that happen to us in life to make it all worthwhile. So keep us alert and let us help keep us alert so we can really listen to each other and be present to one another. We offer this prayer in the name of Jesus, who lives and reigns forever and ever. And I heard him say that he's got all these brothers, but he's got no sisters, so he doesn't know anything about girls. So we're gonna pray for him. We need a sister to teach you about girls. What's this? Huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bruce Anderson III.
Well, somewhere along the line, I acquired a few baumots. One of them concerning a wedding is when it comes to the mother of the groom, the directions are usually pretty simple. Show up, shut up, and wear beige. So far, my wife, my son's mother, is 2 out of 3. I promised my son I would work real hard not to say or do anything to embarrass him. How am I doing so far, son? Which brings to mind, young lady is about to introduce her intended to the family, and on the way in the door she says, I realize you're a hunchback, but couldn't you try to straighten up a little? Tough crowd.
Good try, Bruce.
Had you thought you missed us last night, I had to duck out early, pressing engagement. But I'd like to thank everybody here, and of course, as we all realize, I'm only half this team. Deb, why don't you stand up? Couldn't have done it without you, hon. Okay, have a seat. In the interest of brevity, I'm done.